Hello, welcome to my shop again. Today we're going to do a little candy dish, nut dish, something like that. Got a nice little rolled over edge here so that when you grab something out of it, you can get the nuts or candy out nicely. A beautiful little maple burl. And so stay tuned, we'll get after this. Okay, let's get started. I've got a blank here that was a coring blank from the inside of a larger bowl that I did a while back, and it's got a natural edge on it, a piece of burl. Now I'm between centers here, just trying to locate the axis that I can get started on. And a lot of times I use a laser to help me. If I can point at these high spots, there's a high spot there, there's a high spot here, high spot there. Oh, it looks like I'm in decent shape just to get kind of started, to rough it out a little bit. This is the only one that's a little bit high, so I'm going to tilt it this way just slightly. See if that helps. That one, that one, that one, that one. All right, now I'm in good shape with the high spots. So that's the first thing I'm going to look at is the high spots when it's sitting on the table. Get my face shield on, of course. Always have it on. Look at there, that's really going to be pretty. Okay, check my high spots. Not bad. This one's a little bit high. Now I'm going to go through my regular glue block method, and it doesn't really matter now. This foot is smaller than my glue block, so that doesn't matter. I can do small things with this method also. It'll just seat inside, so I want to make sure that's a nice concave surface there. So same process I've been using. The glue around the outside. The accelerator on the glue block. My little recessed dimple in there. Put it down. Done deal. Now I just have to wait about 2 minutes and we're done with that. Don't forget to support my sponsor. Starbond Glue is a really good glue. I've got the glue block on, waiting for that glue to dry just a couple minutes, and thought I'd show you my game plan. I have the face plate with my glue block and my piece of wood that's just roughed out at this stage. I don't have a final wall yet, but I've got a wavy edge there. All right, this is probably only going to be about 5 inches in diameter, so I want to make this a candy dish, a nut dish, or whatever. In order to make the candy dish more functional, I want to undercut this shoulder a bit and make this shape a little bit bulbous at the top and just a nice rounded shape in here, right? So this undercut shoulder allows me to get my fingers in there and scoop out some candy or peanuts or things with one hand, rather than just picking out things one at a time with your fingertips. So it's got a functional purpose of undercut this shoulder a little bit. Second thing that is going to do is I'm going to be able to see this area a little bit better here, because it's going to be the outside of the color and character of that wood is going to be exposed rather than being underneath the rim. I can see the rim from the outside, and I'll also be able to see the color in the bottom. So aesthetically, this shape is going to help me project the character of the wood, to present the character of the wood better. So method to my madness here. Okay, now I have it on the lathe and the glue block's cured, and I've roughed it out a little bit. This shape coming down here is just a little bit of a flat spot there, so I'm going to tuck this bottom in just a little bit and refine that line and clean it up so that I don't have to sand very much. We're going to use a shear scraping cut to clean that all up. So I'm getting close to my final shape now. Where these voids are, I can't sand while the lathe is running, so I want to make sure this is as clean as I can get it with a nice delicate shear scrape to refine the line, clean up the surface. I have to sand this where the wings are. I got to sand all that by hand. I think you can still see here there's just a little bit of a flat spot here, so I'm going to tuck this bottom in just a little bit more to make this a nice pleasing arc down here. All right, now I have the outside all sanded, and because this is pretty dry, been laying around for a while, I could sand it, and let's go in and get the inside down to a uniform wall thickness. Okay, I quickly got most of the bulk of the middle out of that now, so just going straight in, not worried about the shape or wall thickness at all at this point. So got it down to about a 1/2 inch thick there. Now I'm going to put the tool rest right in there where I'm working and start to work in stages so that I can get this wall thickness. I'm not going to make it real too thin. It's going to be a functional bowl, but want to get it thin enough that I want to do it in stages and not have a pass all the way from the top to the bottom. Every time I start a pass, I line up the bevel with the existing surface. My nose is pointing right down on the bevel. I can see it, but I also want to get a little whisk of a shaving going. And that's a little bit hard when we're starting with all of these air spaces going by. The wind blows a little shaving away, but I still want to line up the bevel. Get my bevel lined up first so I'm going in the right direction before I start. And I'm not quite uniform, a little bit thick towards the bottom, so I've got to straighten that out a little bit. I'm going to make a little bit of an adjustment. So now I line up the bevel with the existing surface. I'm going to make a little adjustment. I'm going to move my handle away from me and make another cut. Okay, now I'm pretty uniform, and I'm down to where I'm going to take my last cut. I'm going to take about 1/3 of what's left there, get me down to about 3/16 wall thickness. I'm going to go sharpen first, so when I take that last pass, I'm going to have a brand new sharp tool. You can see right here where I'm working. Lots of voids in between, but that's the stage that I'm working on from here to here. Just have a brand new sharp edge. Line up the bevel first. There, my bevel's lined up. I got a little whisk of shaving. Come back out, move it over, take another cut. Slow pace across the surface of the wood. Fast speed of the lathe, slow movement across the tourist, going to give me the best slicing surface across there. Nice clean cut. I don't have to sand much. Now we take the next stage, about another 3/4 of an inch or an inch of the vessel here. Line up the bevel first. Take the cut. Swinging my handle. That's a curved surface. Take one more cut. Now I'm going to pick up the bevel. I'm going to line up the bevel just in front of the stage. And once I get that going, go right on through there. Proceed forward slowly with a brand new sharp edge. Now the last thing I need to do is just get rid of this little nub in the middle. I can't measure behind that, so I'm just going to feel it with my fingers and get that nice sweet line and nice football shape in the bottom. Woo! Sweet. Very nice. I love it. Okay. Let's get it off of here and we'll reverse it. Now I've got it reversed, and I've got a pad in my faceplate here so that it's just driving with friction, and we'll clean up this bottom and get it done. Always put a little bit of detail in the bottom just so it looks turned. Just roll a little bead in here. Clean up the back side of it. All I got to do is carve off that little nub and I'm done. Okay, we got her done, and off the lathe and carved the bottom off, finished the bottom. Got a nice rolled over edge, beautiful burl color. Very pleased with it. Don't forget to support my sponsors, Hunter Tools, Thompson Tools, and Starbond Glue. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.